Hey everyone, thanks for joining this video here. We're going to be talking about expectations of the bot. And so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to cover here is what do we expect the bot to do, how does the strategy work, and the ways to test. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into the expectations. So what we want to do here is we noticed that when we were trading the whole day, just turning the bot on to constantly trade, we'll make gains, but eventually we would lose it all because it'll either break out eventually out of our sideways setting, and then just take everything back. And then we're like, man, we made all this money, now we just gave it all back to the market. Eventually that does happen to everyone. You have a good days, bad days, or have a really good day and end up giving all back. Okay, so we've kind of come to an idea where it's like, hey, let's just reach our goal for the day. What we need, we need $300 a day, or $200 a day, or $500, whatever that is, and it has to be reasonable based on your current size of your portfolio. Okay, so you have 10,000, you want to get $500 a day, which is only 0.5% a day. I mean, that is very reasonable, and with leverage and everything, you can probably reach that with just 2 or 3 trades. Okay. So we want to actually go bigger in the beginning, make what we need for the day, and then sit out, and those little gains will add up every day. The more you have to jump back into market, the more risk you have of losing that. Okay. So let's say you want to make $500 a day. Well, if it takes you 3 trades with a higher leverage and maybe a bigger portfolio, well, I think that's probably a lot less riskier than having to go in 10 times into the market to reach that $500 goal. Okay, once you're done, reach your goal, sit out, stop, jump back in, and wait for the next day. Okay. Now there's a saying that says pigs get fed and hogs get slaughtered. Okay, of course there's other mentality like, well, we're leaving money on the table, that's a horrible idea, whatever, it should be the best, you should be trading and take everything you can from the market, right? Yeah, you can, it is possible, but it takes that one trade to lose it all and give it all back, right? So it's just what we've learned to do. Okay, now, yeah, you can tweak it. You can maybe up the wall a little bit. You can maybe up your percentage, your goal. Those things are possible. But we've tested so much that we lost a lot of money to the point where it's like, hey, this is actually where we're actually making headway and it's starting to pick up every day. At the end of the day, all these little funds pay the bills. Okay, we don't want to let greed be in the way. Want more and more and more, and just never satisfied with what you already have, and eventually giving it all up, and then being all jacked up. All right, take what you need for the day, pay your bills, feed your family, and let it be sustainable. Leave some on the table for other people, in a sense, so that other people have a chance to reap what the market can give. Okay, and if you take too much, the market will let you know that it'll take it all back. And of course, if you're really good at technical analysis and you can do more, by all means, try it. I mean, I'm sure there's where you know there's a breakout's coming, then shut the bot down. Maybe that's a better strategy for you. I don't have that built into the bot right now as far as knowing when a breakout's gonna happen. I actually could. You gotta think about it. So yeah, these are just things I would just kind of consider and think about. And that's kind of the expectations we have on there. Okay, now when it's highly volatile, we don't really jump in those markets because it's just we have high leverage on there on the sideways action, and of course we can't handle those big actions, so we do have to de-leverage a little bit if we want to trade a little higher, and there are settings for that too. But I have published conservative settings right now that we kind of wait around for, and we jump in when we need to. Okay, so that the bot can handle it, you're profitable, you're paying your bills. Okay. Alright, so trade our strength basically. So our strength is trading on sideways. There's a lot of sideways markets. You kind of look at the market. Let's kind of take a look right now. See here. Let me see if I can pull something up for here. See all these right here? That's sideways. And of course, this is where we stay out of. all this giant pump here, and then most of the time it's sideways again. Okay, and then there's another one that you probably want to sit out on that one, and then sideways again. But if you notice here, our strategy here, if you kind of look at these, this is maybe a 2-3 day channel. Most of the time we trade 1 day channels, you know, as in like the last 24 hours. It doesn't get higher than $100. Okay, so as long as you stay in this line, it doesn't matter in the sense where you enter long or short. You're gonna win no matter what. Okay, and it's just that one of these pumps, this is where it takes you, where you're riding the full day, and all of a sudden, you know, we don't know when this is gonna pop, and then it takes it all back if it's going against you. Sometimes it goes with you, and you make that little that little thing, but once it gets past the stop over here, whatever it is, then it takes it all back. Okay, or we'll lose a little bit, you know, and then we'll kind of gain it all back again, give it up, and then this is where it starts to take. If you keep jumping in here, that's where it keeps taking money away. Okay, because it's gonna keep trying to short this all the way down, thinking that it's the top of this channel. So, okay, so we have settings to not play on these big ups and downs, and just sit out until it's nicely steady, and there's a safe entry channel that we safely play in. Okay, so you look at this channel here, no matter what, long or short, it's gonna go hit with you eventually, wherever you enter, until it breaks out up or down, then you're screwed. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and switch back. Alright, so that's what we'll basically do. So right now, we have been sitting out quite a bit, waiting for things to settle, and when it does, we'll catch up. So even though it's trending up and down, I mean, there is higher risk on it because we don't know when it's gonna dump on us. Okay, and there's no baseline. Yeah, it's going up and up. Yeah, we jump in, and then we jump in again, and then all of a sudden, bam! Well, it takes it all back anyway, right? So there's huge potential gains, but also potential big losses. You really need to know when it's gonna dump on you, and we haven't figured that out yet. So if you know a way to figure that out, let me know. I'll put that in our bot so we could trade these trends up and down. But as of right now, it's kind of like there's no baseline on how far it's gonna drop and how far it's gonna go up, because we only look back a day, and you probably have to do some analysis and what's called Fibonacci's from drawing patterns from like weeks or months behind to kind of see where it might have support and resistance. Okay. Alright, so we kind of feel like we're just rolling the dice here on these. So we sit out. So I know it kind of sucks to have to sit out, but as long as you're not losing, don't worry. When it goes sideways again, we'll recapture all those opportunities back. But now you have a higher priced coin to have. Or lower price if it dumps, but we'll gain the value back when it goes back sideways. Okay. All right. So as far as testing, what we want to do is we gave you 2 licenses. Okay. One that's for the main bot, and that's archive. Just let that run with a higher portfolio. Don't tweak it, touch it, or whatever. Now you might have a great idea. Just like, oh, you know what? This is for sure gonna work. And I've done it many times. Where, look, it's just a simple like 1 number tweak, and I'm sure it'll be fine on a big portfolio, right? And other people have done it great for 1 day, and you test it, and on the next day you throw it in there, and all of a sudden like you didn't expect that to happen, and you end up losing a lot more when you would have just tested on a small account. So always have 2 bots running. You have 2 licenses for it, 1 for bot, 1 for training. Testing. Test it on a small bot. Make sure there's consistency for a few days to a week. And if it's proven itself, then move the settings over to your main bot. Okay. I must stress you again. And you can learn it the hard way, or we've learned it the hard way. Many lost funds and coins and all this other stuff. A lot of money lost. Just because we thought this great idea is for sure going to work. And we didn't, and there's some unforeseen thing that we didn't realize that setting had done, that messed it all up for us. Okay, so test on a small account, no matter how simple a change, prove itself, then move it over, because it's gonna reveal itself within a few days well, they might have a good streak, and then all of a sudden the next day, boom, it sucks, and it's just, you know, allowing it to take tons of losses, and it just far exceeds your current gains of your good idea, because you are adding more risk, even though you're getting more gains, but also more losses to it, right? Okay. Now, expectations of our UI, it is slow, so we don't really use it. And so we mainly do all our changes in our text file. So you can tweak it, test it, and change it. And I'll do another video on how the auto adjust works. And I'll talk about it later, but we'll just adjust the text file. But when you do, shut down the bot, edit the text file, save it, and then restart your bot, and then just let it run. And we really don't mess with the settings in the UI because it's not very responsive anymore. There's just too much stuff in there. It's overloaded. It's the way that I can just quickly pump up something and just send it out, even though it's not usable. But once it's designed, in a sense, I can then send it to a UI once it's finalized. We haven't touched it in a while, and they can kind of do a nicer, cleaner, lighter version of the UI. That way I don't have to wait a couple days whenever I make an update for the UI designer to kick it back to me, and I can push updates faster that way. But it's just the platform using the drag and drop editor, and I don't have to worry about programming the UI. So, okay, all right, thanks for watching, and that's the expectation for now. And I will create another video on how to use and edit your settings if you so want to test some interesting thoughts and ideas. Okay, thanks.